Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program. Today, I decided we're going to Minmus. We went to Moon and did a free orbit trajectory around it. Today, we're going to do the same thing around Minmus. Well, probably not a free orbit trajectory. I don't even know if that's possible. But we're also going to try to do it via a moon flyby, and we're going to try to do it with a little bit bigger craft so we can do a little bit more science. We can do some moon science, and we can do some Minmus science. So I'm eventually going to want this probe core from this flight control pack here, because I want to start doing things with probes, but they require a lot. In particular, they require me to unlock this node, even though I don't actually want any of these rockets, or the landing gear, or the parachutes, at least not yet. I need them to unlock this, so I'm going to buy this. So I'm going to purchase this for 15 science. And now, what did we unlock here that we can do? What is this? Oh, a better science bay. Ooh, I almost want to just unlock this now, and batteries are going to be really important. But no, we are not going to do this. I'm going to keep with the only unlocking one thing per. And what is this? Another comms dish. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be a good thing for when things come out. But we can't research anything, even though I have the points for it. So let's head to the VAB and build our Minmus craft. Okay, well, here we are in the VAB. I'm going to load up my moon craft here. Mooner 1. Very successful craft. Look at that. Look how pretty that guy is. Okay, we're going to just save this right now as Minmus 1. And I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go into speed mode while I play around with this thing. I also need to know my meters per second, although it's really not that much more than getting a moon, especially if you do a mooner flyby first. So I'm probably just going to try to keep it around 7 meters per second total delta V. But I'm going to go into speed mode, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. I don't know if this is enough. I've got 62.99. I was hoping for 7,000, but hey, what are you going to do? Here's the idea. These are going to get us off the ground and well into the atmosphere. We're going to drop them, and then this is going to get me into orbit around Kerbal and maybe even on the way. Probably not, though. This here is going to be the last stage, and this is going to actually take me to the moon, to Minmus, back to Kerbal, and then from Kerbal, I'm going to, when I come into the atmosphere, these are all going to be full of science. And I'm going to ride this whole thing down to about 2,000 meters above the ground. And then these are going to go, these 3 parachutes are going to go, and the decoupler is going to go, and whoever's riding this bad boy is going to come down in this capsule, and then this is going to come down on its own, and I can recover this and this for all the tasty, tasty science it has. That's plan A. Let's go ahead and save this and find out what happens when we launch. Okay, here we are. We're on the surface, and we also care about our orbital stuff, and we don't care about the vessel or anything. All we're caring about right now is our atmospheric efficiency right here, and our apoapsis right here. So, Jeb is back. So Bill found Jeb. Bill, when he landed out on the thing, he brought Jeb back. Jeb looks a little tan there. I can't quite tell. I'm not sure if Kerbals get more or less green when they've been sitting in the sun too long. But anyway, I'm going to crank up my surface velocity here. Yeah, I just realized I need to screw with the staging. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, that. And then this are going to go... No, this has got to be with these guys. This has got to be here. And this and this. Okay, I think we're good. Jeb, are you ready? Are you ready? Sorry, I killed you. Let's go 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, a little bit slow off the launch. We should probably turn the computer on, Jeb. We also have basically no control over this thing. But it seems to be going okay. I have found that those starting winglets don't really do all that much for you. But we'll start to get control once the solids burn out. And there making us go a little too fast, so I'm actually going to throttle down to a third here for when we lose them. Yeah, we have no control whatsoever. I am giving it everything I can to push it back to so it's upright. But we're still going pretty upright. And, oh, physics. Physics. Okay, back to the Space Center. Yeah. No, I didn't want to go back to the Space Center. I'm a moron. I just killed Jeb again. Oh well. He'll be back. I've also seemed to have frozen the game up. We're back. Yeah, the game, it didn't crash, but it wouldn't let me click on anything. So I came back in here and I added an extra fuel tank here. I'm hoping this will make the ship a little bit heavier, which will make it go a little bit slower, which will hopefully keep the Kraken from destroying my ship. I have no idea if that's going to be a valid thing. It also gives us a little more Delta V to play with, but hey. Okay, we're on the launch pad now, and Bill, I did kill Jeb again. Sorry, Bill, you know, sorry. I know that you wanted a break, but what are you going to do? Let's go ahead and turn on, not RCS, let's turn on SAS. Let's throttle it up to a third like I did before. And I forgot to fix my staging. Let's go ahead and do that, and 3, 2, 1, launch. We are already tilting slightly. Something tells me this is going to be an ill-fated mission, much like the first one. We are going too fast still. Note our atmospheric efficiency is well above 100. But we'll see what happens here when we hit the space bar. Assuming we don't physics out and kill Bill as well. We are physicsing out and killing Bill as well. Let's revert the flight to vehicle assembly. Okay, this is obviously too powerful. We obviously have a power problem. So let's grab this. Let's see how much Delta V this is. I'm going to bring this down so I want to be sitting on these. There we go. And 6217. You know what? I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to try it. Let's go ahead and save and launch. And I didn't fix the staging again. And I got to remember to fix the staging here. So let's do that. And let's do that. Now let's save this guy. And let's go to the launch pad. Bill. Okay. Let's turn that on. Let's throttle up to a third like we did before. I don't know if that's good or not. And launch. Okay, we've got a little bit of twisty still going on. Although, nope, it looks like we're fine. Okay, that was just a bug the first time we did this launch. I don't know if I'm going to cut the last launch out. I screwed up the staging again and I forgot to fix it. So I'm not sure if it's worth watching me screw that up, but it all depends on how much time this mission takes. But anyway, our efficiency is obviously too high, but what are you going to do? We're still getting a little bit of rotation, not as much as we did the first time. And we're keeping it on the straight and narrow here. Possibly a little bit better than last time, I don't remember. But here we go, and the solids are done now. And go. Okay. Atmospheric efficiency is down below 90. We are above 10, so we're going to slowly turn our craft into our gravity turn. Watching our apoapsis. I want that to be around 80-ish, probably. Apoapsis is up here. And that's the only thing we care about now, because there's no chance of atmospheric efficiency being affected by anything. But I was saying before, you see the clouds on the horizon, and we flew up through them, but they kind of go away as you get close to them. That's a mod I installed called the Cities and Lights mod, and it actually puts the original plan of the mod was to put night lights on in the when you get to. Are we slowing down? It feels like we're slowing down. No, I don't know. Our time to apoapsis is going down, which is bad. We might not have enough thrust in this bad boy engine to brake. Maybe I shouldn't have made my gravity turn quite so, what do you call it? Vehemently. Maybe I need to add some solids around around the outside of this stage to give it a little bit of extra oomph. Because, yeah, I do not think we are going to see orbit here, Bill. You don't look too happy about that plan. Do some science. Seems to be getting very cold now. I'm not even going to bother. I think I'm going to scrap this one, too. I hate to do it. Well, our time to apoapsis is going up, technically. But we're wasting a lot of fuel. I mean, I wanted to basically be in orbit when this thing was done. And it looks like it's not going to happen. Well, you tell you what, Bill. Maybe we'll do something different than that. Maybe we'll do a bunch of science around Kerbal. Maybe we'll just go to Moon. I don't know. All right, although, I mean, if we can make it to Moon, we can make it to Minmus. So we'll see what happens here. We're almost out of fuel. Almost being the operative word here. We're going to get a lot more oomph now. Our apoapsis is, though, I mean, it's only at 30, not even 30 now. So this is a bad-looking flight here. But hopefully, if we can get into orbit, I can at least show off the mod, because it's a really cool mod. Where's the sun? The sun is getting ready to set, so we are heading towards the dark side of the planet. Also, the clouds do move. I think this is just weird anti-aliasing to make them look like they're moving, but they will actually move if you go into speed mode. Looks like, well, we're going to make orbit. Oh, and I also installed the stars, the new stars. What's that called? The Universe Replacer, one of my favorite mods. So, yeah, we're going to make orbit, but not too much more than that. Once I get to apoapsis here, there we go. Or once I get my apoapsis to 80 here, I should say. Yeah, I don't know if a less strong turn would have helped that very much. I don't think it would have. So I think we need a little bit more oomph. But let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit, and you can see what the city lights look like on Broadway. Let's time warp it up here. We're doing physics time warp. I also want to watch my time to apoapsis. I want to get that to be about 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. But there, see the lights. It kind of looks like paint splotches. He hasn't finished that part yet. He's going to give those a glow. But as soon as, tell you what, I crank it down here. Got about 5 seconds before I'm going to start my burn. It just adds so much to the game. Okay, let's aim it at the horizon here and do our burn. What's that doing for our apoapsis time? Still going down, not a big deal. I can fudge it. I would actually rather have it be going down than up right now, although it looks like it's now going up. I'm just going to keep it right around 10 seconds, ideally, as our periapsis explodes in the positive direction. Okay, we're going to cut our thrust here. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough thrust to get to Moon. Let's wait until we're down to about 5 seconds here, and then we'll get our final orbit burn. I guess we'll just do an orbit this episode, and then come back down with all of our tasty science. It's a good test of the craft. There we go, 82 by 81. That's a good orbit, and I never went to map mode. Look at that. You do not get that in the stock game, and look at that. You don't get that in the stock game yet. EVA report. That's not worth very much data, but hey, why not? Let's go ahead and grab onto that and get yourself inside. Okay, so we just need to take some reports here. And we'll keep the ones that are worth a decent amount of data, like 10. That works for me. I think we should take another one right here. It'll be worth 5. It'll say it's worth 10, but it's actually only worth 5 because they keep being worth half as you go. So I'm going to try here. Let's review the data. This is while in space near Kerbal. Clumped into a sphere, and it seems brittle. What I'm going to try, though, is I'm going to try to take a couple of these readings in every locale we get to. Let's go ahead and keep that data. As we go over, like, we're over water now. I'm going to try it over somewhere else and see if it's different. So let's go ahead and time warp up a little bit. Because I don't know exactly how the biomes work in this game. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't know anything. Look, can see there's a city down there. This here, I made these lights, by the way. This is like Egypt. This is sort of the Nile River was the idea. There's a little bit of weirdness going on because we're in such low orbit, but it still looks pretty darn cool. I mean, it's supposed to remind you of Earth. It's not supposed to be, perhaps exactly where cities would be or anything like that. But anyway, we're over land now, so let's crank down our time. Let's try another one of these experiments. I'm sorry it's so dark. Everything seems to be happening at night in this series. Yep, it's the same data as before, so I don't want it. I think we should use up a lot of our fuel here. And of course, I'm aiming the wrong way. Another thing I installed was the enhanced navball mod. I should just make a web page for this whole series that has all the mods I use on it. But what this mod does here, let me crank it down. You see, if you've ever made a maneuver node, or if you watched me make a maneuver node, you'll recognize these. These are all the things from the maneuver node. This basically just tells you which direction is normal, which direction is anti-normal. It just adds those instead of the prograde and retrograde. And the other thing it does is only for the prograde and retrograde and your maneuver or your target. We haven't had a target yet because we've never had two things. It gives you ghosts for them. So you're like, if it's completely off the screen, you can be like, okay, where is my prograde? Oh, there it is, because there's a ghost of it there, which is very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna burn prograde. We're gonna get our apples, just see how high we can get it, leaving ourselves, we'll say 10, maybe 25 fuel to make a deorbit burn. So let's go ahead and crank this up. Just see how far we can get here. I'm gonna go to town. I'm not even gonna look at the thing. I'm just gonna burn until I have 25 left. I'm watching this up here is what I'm watching. 25. Okay. What's our orbit look like? Yeah, see that's as far as we can get. That's moon. There's our farthest point of our orbit. So, what we're going to do is we are going to take some readings, say right around here, 23 minutes from now. We're also going to look at Kerbal from map mode, which looks cool. There's that. We flew over that. The lights are a little twinkly because of anti-aliasing, but there's not much you can do. We're also going to, let's see, we got our maneuver node in 22 minutes. We can probably do this here a little bit just to enjoy the show. Actually, let me make sure I have the right camera angle. I want free. There we go. And I don't want it aimed up there, though. I want it aimed kind of behind us. So now let's go into this and watch Kerbal go by. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that. Got some cities here on the coast. We've got little settlements inland. They're all watching TV. They don't even know Bill's up here looking down on them. You got the Terminator. You got the clouds. Look at those clouds. Look at the stars. This is just, oh, how could you not want to play this game? That's what, tell me that. Tell me that. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got 15 minutes. Let's crank up the time a little bit. See what that does for our estimated time. Yeah, we got a couple minutes here to enjoy the view. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. There's a little problem with the clouds there. I'm sure it'll get fixed. Okay, let's crank our time down because we got to be, yeah, we're actually past our maneuver node. Not a big deal, like I said. Let's go ahead and just, actually we're not past our maneuver node. That's funny. But we're roughly where we want to be anyway. So let's go ahead and observe us some goo. And we should probably also do an EVA report. Come on out, Bill. It's like, I've done this before. It's like, I know you have. Actually, this might be a better, can I change the camera angle here? See, if I change the camera angle, it still doesn't, oh, it does let him be upward. Okay, it does let him be. Kind of sucks with that tear down the clouds, though. I don't want to use that as my as my screenshot, but that's just so nice looking. I'll take a screen grab of it anyway. Can't hurt, right? Okay, give us an EVA report. What do you think about this? Yeah, there's not much to know about this, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and head back to the pod here. And if you're wondering how I'm moving the camera around, if you just move the mouse, obviously it doesn't do anything. If you click and move the mouse, it doesn't do anything, but you can click on stuff. If you right-click and move the mouse, it rotates the camera. And if you middle-click, it rotates where the camera is looking. Hey, there's Moon. It rotates where the camera's looking. Then you can do something like this and then rotate it. And now you're rotating around that new spot. So I'm just bringing Bill back into the center here. Go ahead and grab on, Bill. Oh, you can't grab on because... Grab on. Oh, no, you didn't grab on. We're having the same problem we had before, Bill. You really need to learn how to EVA correctly. Okay, did you get it? Did you get it? And get in. Okay. Okay, let's take a couple goo readings here. Observe the mystery goo. What are you telling us? 4.4. That's not really worth very much, but let's go ahead and keep it anyway because I don't think we're going to have much use for this goo out here. Let's go ahead and take 2 readings. We get 4.4 and 2.2 for the second one. Okay, so we're gonna go back into speed mode until we see Kerbin coming back to us. Hopefully those clouds will roll off. We can get a really good screenshot. Oh, he's so pretty. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a good shot here, and we're going to get some night lights too. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can't get the ship under. I guess I could take a screenshot and run it down. Oh, that's just so nice. Okay, let's go F2. Oh no, F1 to take screenshot. Okay. Let's observe some more mystery goo. Let's just observe all 4 of these. Why can't we observe the mystery goo? We're not out of electric charge. Okay, I just went to the Space Center and back, and now I can click on the mystery goo. So I don't know what the problem was, but I didn't have to exit out of the game, which is nice. Okay, so let's observe this. It feels right at home here. Oh, that's a very interesting piece of data. Let's go ahead and observe this. Oh, it feels right at home here as well. Let's go ahead and keep that data. Okay, we're at Apoapsis. Actually, we're not at Apoapsis. I screwed up. I wanted to actually do this burn at Apoapsis, and I forgot to. But we don't really need that much of a burn. 60 meters per second, we can do that. And actually, we can just burn prograde right now. Or retrograde, I mean. Bill might have to get out and push, but probably not. Let's go ahead and just kill this maneuver node. We don't need it. Okay, once we get below 70, then we know we're good. But I'm going to crank it up all the way. We're going to get the steepest ascent we can. And we're out of fuel. Okay, we do not want to eject this stage, though. That is very important, because this stage is full of science. We don't want to eject it until we're basically on the ground. And ejecting it is also going to send out the parachutes. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Bill's going to find out. We have to do, though, our science. Feels right at home here. Yeah, we knew that already. I just realized we can't do our science once we reach the ground. I should have actually saved these ones for when we reach the ground, because once I detach this, then the mystery goo containers aren't going to be controllable anymore. So we'll save these 4 for descent into the atmosphere, I think. So let's go ahead and save this. We have 4 left, and we're just going to... Oh, we're throttled up. Even though we have no fuel, it matters for some reason. So let's watch Kerbin come back. Kerbin, come back. Any kind of fool. See, you can see the clouds moving too. Look at that. Could you ask for something better in this game? Well, you could, but would you feel actually justified in asking for something better in this game? It's just so nice. It's becoming night there. Okay. Oh, look, all the lights are turning on in that big city down there. It's getting late at night here. People are watching the Tonight Show. Okay, we are getting really close to atmosphere. When I get to 10,000 or 100,000, I'm going to take a reading just to see if it's any different than anything we've seen before. And look at that, I've managed to again choose a night side. It has become brittle. Hey, that's worth a lot. Let's go ahead and take a second reading. Try to get another one. It appears to have become brittle. Let's keep that data. We are now entering the atmosphere, and we are coming in hot. The good thing is we're over water. Let's go ahead and take a reading here at 50. It's getting very cold now. I don't want that. I'm getting a little concerned about our speed. Oh, look at that. Sorry, Bill. Okay, if it's getting cold again. Yeah, see, that's weird that it's getting cold. I think we're going to keep that data just because it's so weird. Okay, we have one more pod, I believe, that we can observe mystery goo on. Yeah, we are coming in fast. Let's go ahead and observe this. I'm getting scared. Yeah, let's keep this data. And okay, I'm feeling safer now. But we're going to wait until we are at 2,500, and then I am going to hit the parachutes, and I'm going to turn these sideways. I don't think it's going to matter if they tangle with each other, but and are we ready? Now. All the parachutes. Flight engineer is blocking Bill. Bill, are you concerned yet? Now these parachutes are going to actually open. I'm going to turn this off. These parachutes are going to open before Bill's do, which could be interesting because Bill will catch up to him. There we go. A successful mission, sort of. See, and I now can't click on these things because I can't click on them because of this, but I can't click on them and look at them, but I can still click on these and look at them because these are on the pod with Bill while they're on the pod with electricity, I think is actually the bigger thing. And they have a functioning brain. Okay, well, we're safe now, so let's go ahead and crank it up to ×4 until we get to about 50 meters or so. Don't want to risk my pod down there. Look at that. Perfect landing. And a perfect landing for Bill. And I found something out looking at someone else's. Oh, we lost our decoupler. No big deal. I found out you can go EVA. Actually, can you take a crew report? I don't think I ever did. That's worth 2 values. I never bothered to take a crew report up there. Let's go ahead and do an EVA for Bill. And let's go ahead and, I know you don't want to let go, but go ahead and let go. Swim away a little bit. He can actually take a surface sample from the ocean, and it's worth 12 sciences. That's pretty good. Then do an EVA report. That's worth 3 sciences. A spacesuit was probably necessary. I don't know if you can swim. I think that big thing around your head is keeping you afloat there, Bill. So let's go ahead and keep this data. And, of course, the pod flipped over. So Bill can't get back in. He can't push it over or anything, but oh well. I'm sure there are no sharks in this ocean. So let's go back and collect all of our science up here. See how much science Bill gave us for this admittedly failed mission to Minmus. Oh, it's morning. Oh, look at that. Wow. I'm sorry. This is such an awesome mod. Let's go ahead and recover all of our science. Let's get Bill back first. Bill, we're going to recover you. And hey, you had some science on you. You had that surface sample. You had your EVA report. Good job. We have a 203 total. Now let's recover Minmus 1, which has a little bit of science on it, but not too much. But it has 21 sciences. Notice it only has 2 mystery goos because the other ones are on that other one. It also has his EVA reports and a crew report. So actually, I guess that's funny. Oh, I did the crew report right before I left the pod. That's right. So let's go ahead and be done with that. And now we have to bring up our debris. And this is splashed down, and we can recover our debris. And there's 4 science on that. Oh, these must have broken off or something when it landed. So let's go ahead and say we got that. Let's go ahead and recover this debris. There's 2 science for that. Notice we don't get crashed debris recovery points. There's nothing on that. That's probably the decoupler. No, we got a lot less. Oh, there we go. There's all of our science. 12 science earned on that mission. 243 total. Not a great payoff, but I mean, considering we didn't make it where we were planning on going, it's not surprising. So let's go ahead and go back. I'm gonna I'm going to call this a successful end to the episode, even though it wasn't a successful mission. We lost Jeb again. That might end up being a thing, I think, with me. He's my Kenny. But let's go ahead and check out our science nodes here. I'm just going to buy this now. Even though I said that. You know what? I'm actually going to wait. I'll always do that at the beginning of each episode. That'll be the thing we do. We're going to unlock something, and then we're going to decide what to do with it. Note, I did end up using something from this node, so that's pretty good. But it's getting exciting here. Science, tech. Yeah, see, I thought this was like lights. This would be, but it's actually like, like Eureka! We've found something, and so that's kind of cool. So this will give us more science. So that'd be nice to have. But I still want this probe core so bad. I have an idea of what to do with it because I want to start sending probes out into places and to do science and then return it. But it'd be kind of nice if I had that probe core, and then I could also send one of these huge things up and have a huge science lab orbiting the moon or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. So, but that's all for another episode. This episode is concluded, if you will. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, hopefully, but as usual, talk at you later.